Boy, oh boy, have we got an event going on here tonight. Hi, I'm Rob Davidson. We're live down at the SkyDome. Everyone here is pumped, ready to see Cheers, ready to see the Bob Costa special. But you might want to know how all this came to be. I'm here right now with Tom Rivers. Tom, you're the morning man at Mix 99.9, a radio station here in Toronto. How did this all happen?
It's kind of ironic. It all happened in a bar. Our promotion department was putting together a promotion for the last call, and they were watching a Blue Jays game. During the game, there was a picture of Jumbotron came on. All the light bulbs went off. A few phone calls later, one to Global, one to TV Guide, and, of course, Mix 99.9. We put it all together, and here's 40,000 people raising over 40,000 pounds of food for the food bank.
40,000 people. So we have Kirstie Alley with a very special message for all the people here at the Dome, as well as the folks at home.
Hello, everybody out there in the SkyDome. I have heard that you are going to have more food for the homeless than in any other food drive in the history of Canada. Yay! Give yourselves a hand! Yay! Also, tonight you're going to see the show, and I hope you really like it, and I want to thank you for all those years of tuning into Cheers and being devoted fans. And I just want to say, you know, a peculiar thing has happened to me since I've been in your country. I'm in Vancouver right now. Wherever I go, I've met new people, you know, and they look so familiar to me. I don't know where I've seen them before, but they just, it seems like I know them. At least it feels like I know their names. How about you? Do any of these people look familiar to you? Maybe not. Anyway, enjoy the show. Enjoy the last call.
Well, here we are. In all my life, I have never experienced anything like this. Hi, I'm Rob Davidson. I'm live down at the SkyDome, where we are having a party. 40,000 people have shown up at the SkyDome to see this. This is one happy crowd. Are you having a good time? They're having a good time. Let's find out why they're having a good time. Over here, I've got, this is Richard Charteris from TV Guide. Now, Richard, can you tell me why the pandemonium? Why people are so happy about Cheers?
Well, they shouldn't be happy about it going off the air, I guess, because everyone loves it. But it was the kind of show that you'd sit in your living room, you'd be with them every Thursday. Here we are at the SkyDome on the Thursday night for the last show. It's like one big living room. It's great.
This kind of an event like this. And all your years, have you ever witnessed anything quite like 40,000 people watching a television show?
I don't think for a single show, and I guess it really speaks to the specialty of Cheers. You know, it's a show that's been on for 11 years. It's going out on top, unlike a lot of shows that sort of skid to the bottom and then go out. Cheers may go down in history as the greatest show of all time, but it's a sitcom. You never know.
That's no hyperbole at all now, is it, Richard?
I really don't think it is, and I don't think you'd find any disagreement in the house tonight, would you?
Do you have a favorite character?
Do I like Norm? Let's hear it.
Norm. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. From the SkyDome. Enjoy Cheers. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, Cheers is the kind of show that inspires fierce loyalty. We're down here at the SkyDome, 40,000 people. This guy here's got a story. What are you doing?
I got a buddy here. He's having a baby with his wife, Helen, and his name is Real, and they're going to name the kid Norm.
They're going to name the kid Norm, in case you didn't hear that. Everybody at home, I hope you're having as good a time as we are down here at the SkyDome. Back to the real Cheers, okay? All right, we're live down at the SkyDome in Toronto. This is a show which everyone has been speculating about. This is Cheers the Last Call. What's your name?
Karen.
Karen, how do you think the show's going to end?
I think Diana and Sam are going to get married.
There we go. We now know how this show is going to end. Do you think what about what's going to happen to Carla?
I think Carla and Norm are going to get married.
There you go. You've got it. Live from the SkyDome. Hope you folks are having as good a time as we are. This is Enterprise here, folks. This is what happens when Cheers invade. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris here actually painted that lovely banner. Why did you do it?
I'm a Cheers diehard fan.
And what are you going to do with it after?
My dad's going to use it as a drop cloth.
His dad's going to use it as a drop cloth. I don't think so. I think something else will happen to that banner. Over here, I got Tom Rivers from the mix again. Carla. I got Carla from the mix. Carla, what's the prediction?
Hi, Mom. The prediction is that Norm and Cliff are going to get married because they find out, like in the crying game, the surprise middle when Cliff drops his pants.
Okay, and Tom Rivers from the mix here. Tom, what is your prediction?
I predict it'll end by Bob Ray buying Cheers, and eventually all the business will go elsewhere, just like here.
There, you've got it. I hope everyone at home is having as good a time as we are. That's it for Cheers. I want you to know that this, right here in front of me, is the only empty seat in the house. We're talking about 40,000 people here, live at the SkyDome. I'll tell you, this is a wild evening, folks. I hope you're having a good time watching the Cheers last call. We're having a great time here. I'll see you later. Well, I finally found the only quiet place in the SkyDome. It's right here in the Blue Jays dugout. Of course, that doesn't mean there aren't a few 40,000 people around, like just up there, as a matter of fact. You can see them all. This has been one event that I will never forget as long as I live. 40,000 people here at the SkyDome to come down and see this show. It has been a heck of a good time. I hope everyone at home has enjoyed it as much as we have down here. Thanks for watching, folks. Enjoy the rest of the show.
In the world tonight, Canada's highest court considers assisted death for one woman with implications for all. As Ontarians assess their tax bruises, Quebecers get hit with theirs, and last call at SkyDome.
The World Tonight with Peter Kent and Jane Gilbert.
Good evening. The Supreme Court of Canada has reserved judgment on one of the most profound moral and legal issues of our times.
The 9 justices on the High Court were considering the Sue Rodriguez case. She's the Victoria, British Columbia woman who is terminally ill with ALS, more commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Rodriguez wants the right to die with a doctor's help when she chooses. Today, in an unprecedented televised sitting, the court listened to arguments on both sides of the issue. Our senior parliamentary correspondent, John Burke, reports.
The Supreme Court of Canada is used to deliberating cases on narrow points of law.
Nevertheless, we know who's going to win. It's a good break for the Jays because the next man up hit a double for the Red Sox. They wound up getting nothing in that inning. And so the Jays will break a 3-all tie in the 9th as Joe Carter comes in, bounces one off Quantrill's glove. They get one. They can't turn the double play. Devon White scores, and that's the winning run as Toronto takes it 4-3. Dwayne Ward gets his 10th save. Carter and Borders both had a pair of RBIs. And, of course, tomorrow, it's Jim Deshaies, Dave Winfield and company. The Minnesota Twins in against the Blue Jays. Jack Morris seeing if he can get it cranked up again after coming up with those shoulder problems. Meantime, Detroit beats Milwaukee. Final score there was 6-2 as David Wells wins number 5. Cleveland topped Baltimore. Final score of 3-1. Derek Lilliquist with save number 6. Seattle over Texas by 7-4. Henry Cotto and Edgar Martinez with their first homers. And for Texas, Juan Gonzalez, number 12. Rafi Palmeiro with number 5. Oakland and Kansas City are in the 8th. That one is a 1-1 tie. To the National League, and the Expos dug themselves a hole early against the Phillies, who went into the night with a 5.5 game lead over the Montrealers. Make that 6.5 right now. Chris Nabholz bases jam. Pete Incaviglia, he hits it deep. Is it going to stay fair or go foul? It's off the foul pole. A grand slam for Incaviglia. It's 4-0 for the Phillies. Then in the 4th, Kurt Schilling gives up this 3-run shot to Frank Bullock. And right there, it is a 4-3 ball game. But that was as close as the Spos would get. Bottom of the fourth, Phil's bases jammed again. Jeff Passero with a walk to Darren Dalton. That forces in Lenny Dykstra to make it a 5-3 game. And still in the fourth inning, Pete Incaviglia here with a shot to a third. Mike Lancey makes the nice play, but then throws high. They don't get anybody. Duncan scores. The final was 9-3. Frank Bullock with his third homer for Montreal. Incaviglia's fifth. And Darren Dalton had number 11 for the Phils. Tomorrow, it's Ken Hill against Danny Jackson. Meantime, San Diego in 11 beats Colorado 5-4. Colorado homers from Darryl Boston, Donnie Bichette, and Don Schaefer. It was Freddie McGriff hitting number 8 for San Diego. Cincinnati loses to San Francisco. The final there was 6-1. The Giants now have won 6 straight. Chicago loses to St. Louis. The final there was 6-3. Lee Smith with a save. Dwight Smith with his 5th homer. Steve Buechele with number 4 in that one for Chicago. Coming up, Don Martin gives us the lowdown on the latest additions to the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame. Welcome back. There will be no boxing for a while for WBC heavyweight champ Lennox Lewis. Today, Lewis had surgery on the knuckle of his right hand to repair a torn tendon capsule. He'll be out for a couple of months. Well, a half dozen names added to the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame today. 4 different sports represented. The Sportsline's Don Martin reports.
It's taken a while, but there is finally a Hall in the Hall. 22 years after hanging up the pads, goaltending pioneer Glenn Hall was introduced as one of the newest members of the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame. A Stanley Cup champion, Conn Smythe Trophy winner, and 3-time Vezina Trophy winner, he started the butterfly style, now widely copied. And Hall, now a consultant for the Calgary Flames, finds he's getting a lot more respect now than when he played.
My friend Gump Worsley, who used to say, he says, we're not even players. He said, you can dress 18 players and 2 goalkeepers. So it's a great thing to be considered an athlete. And like I say, I'm very happy to be here. I thank you very much.
Do you look at goaltenders even today and say, he's still in my style?
No, I find it very comfortable. I think that with the butterfly, the recovery is so much easier and so much simpler. It's easier to stay square. I really think that it's a quality style, and like if you can use it, you can, because recovery is so important.
Joining Glenn in the Hall, Blue Jays doctor Ron Taylor, a World Series champion with St. Louis in '64 and the '69 Miracle Mets, a reliever who never gave up a run in the playoffs. Never mind the sad state of the current Mets. What about the sad state of the current Jays?
There have been some players who have really come forth, like Pat Hinkin, and pitched well and kept the team in contention. And with as many injuries as we had, to be in contention now is great, and I think there's a very good chance that we'll win it again this year.
While official recognition is nothing new for Ron Taylor or Glenn Hall, who played for highly publicized championships like the World Series or Stanley Cup, there was certainly never any comparable trophy or ring or prize money waiting on shore whenever Cindy Nicholas completed one of her record-breaking Lake Ontario or English Channel swims. And perhaps that's why no one was more thrilled to be here today than Cindy.
Oh, most definitely. And the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, if I would have listed one of the dreams of my life, this would have been it, to achieve and get in here and be part of it.
Also set for induction, World Cup ski champion Laurie Graham, who is currently out of the country. George Mara, who won an Olympic gold medal with the hockey team in '48 and founded the $50 million trust fund that now funds Canada's current amateur athletes. And the late Bob Secord, a driving force behind recreation and fitness programs, represented by his wife Irene. All will be formally inducted into the Canadian Hall of Fame this October. Don Martin for Sportsline.
NBA playoffs, and it came down to win or get out for the San Antonio Spurs as they battled the Phoenix Suns in Game 6. The desperation of the Spurs produced a tight finish with some last-second heroics. As a matter of fact, in this one, it was a final of 102-100. It was Charles Barkley with the winning bucket with 1.8 seconds left. Suns win series 4-2. They will meet the winner of the Houston-Seattle series in the Western Conference Final. Meantime, Houston over Seattle 79-62. That is in the fourth right now. On to soccer now. The English FA Cup final replay was played at Wembley Stadium earlier today. Arsenal up against Sheffield Wednesday. Both teams played to a 1-1 tie on Saturday to force today's replay. These same two teams met last month in the League Cup final with Arsenal winning 2-1. Well, a month later, same team, same result, as Arsenal became the first team to win both major English Cups in the same season. Second half game tied at 1. This is Pat Mercer with a shot. And hey, Chris Woods gets a piece of it and then hangs on. Second half of extra time, corner kick for Arsenal. And Andy Linnigan here with the header. Chris Woods can't quite hang on. Arsenal wins it 2-1, winning the FA Cup. And their captain, Tony Adams, raises the trophy in victory. And for Arsenal, by the way, that is their 5th FA Cup title. And that is it in sports. Stay tuned now for The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and of course, that final tribute to the cast of Cheers. Bottoms up. Good night, everybody.
Saturday on Global.
Daddy, what'd you do?
I killed him, baby.
Rage turns to murder in a true-life drama.
For $200,000, you killed your own daughter's husband.
Robert Urich stars in Deadly Relations. Global's got it Saturday at 9.
Honey, now that you're up, rub my tushy so I can go back to sleep.
How come nobody ever rubs my tushy?
Well, I tell you what. This weekend, you mow it, I'll rub it.
Global's got Married with Children, 9 p.m. Sunday. Around the world and into your home. The stories that touch your life. Profiling the people and events shaping our times. Join host Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters.
And this is 2020.
Global's got it. Fridays at 10. Saturday on Global.
Daddy, what'd you do?
I killed him, baby.
Rage turns to murder in a true-life drama.
For $200,000, you killed your own daughter's husband.
Robert Urich stars in Deadly Relations. Global's got it Saturday at 9.
Dial up The Tonight Show and you'll find actor Charles Grodin, singer Roseanne Cash, and comedian Bill Maher. They're all joining Jay tonight on NBC.
The sea, birthplace of all life. Since time began, its rolling voice has set us dreaming. This fall, some will embark on an adventure beyond imagination, in a future almost close enough to touch.
David?
What is it, son? What do you see out there?
Beneath the surface lies the future. Sequest, coming this fall on NBC.
It's drive-in movie weekend. First Sunday, Bill Cosby like you've never seen him. Invisible. Ghost Dad at 7, 6 Central. Also Sunday, Crime Has a New Enemy. Darkman at 9, 8 Central. And Monday, they won't stop until they bring home the bacon. Kevin Bacon, Reba McEntire, Tremors. Drive-in movie weekend. Ghost Dad and Darkman Sunday. Tremors, NBC Monday.
In touch with Western New York. This is a Channel 2 News update.
Good evening, I'm Lori Lasowski. Coming up tonight on Channel 2 News at 11, police agencies all over Western New York search for suspects in the shooting of a Lockport police officer. We'll have the latest on the investigation. And Wes Goforth talks with friends and neighbors of the Niagara County Sheriff's deputy who was killed in a fiery crash on his way to help the officer who was shot. And the close-knit city of Lockport tries to deal with the tragedy. Steve Brown with the story. All this and more at 11.
Try Royalite. Our prices will surprise you. We guarantee it.
Coming up on Channel 2 News at 11, police all across the area looking for the suspects involved with the shooting of a Lockport police officer, while area residents mourn the death of a sheriff's deputy killed while trying to help the officer. And how is the community responding toward the tragedy? We'll talk to the mayor of Lockport live. All this and more coming up next.
Behold Emily Carr, painter, about to encounter the force that will consume her life.
How tightly they sealed their secrets from me, humble and pleading before the great trees, awaiting the invitation from the Spirit to come meet me halfway, Nothing is still now. Everything is alive. At last, I knew I must see through the eye of the totem itself. The mythic eye of the forest.
Seldom able to live by her brush, before she died in 1945, Emily Carr was in the first rank of Canadian painters.
This is my country. What I want to express is here, and I love it. Amen.
Dateline with Jane Pauley and Stone Phillips, Tuesday at 10 on CKCO.
Channel 2 News at 11.
Hi, I'm Valerie Bertinelli, and I've got a new show this fall that's set in a Paris cafe. So I've been doing a little research. So look for Café Americain Saturday nights on...
The musical event of the summer begins when the legendary performers of the Apollo Theater return. Ray Charles, Diana Ross, B.B. King, and more. With special guests, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Bryan Adams. Plus a tribute to Richard Pryor from Robin Williams. Bill Cosby hosts this unforgettable evening Wednesday.
The Laugh-In 25th Anniversary Special will continue.
The Tonight Show, now available on 8-track tapes.
Tonight, can Mike Myers go multi-format?
I have to lie down now.
Hey, maybe not.
What's the price tag for the Great Flood of '93? The damage to bridges, railroads, and farm equipment is in the billions. How does that bill get paid? Find out on NBC Nightly News tomorrow.
$1992 is over. It's time to put those crying towels away. Bill's training camp is here, and everyone looks forward to training camp, right?
Your honey say, would you do this for me? Honey, do that for me. And you sitting there going, God, I'll be glad when training camp gets here.
The Buffalo Bills are back in business, and Channel 2's Ed Kilgore is there. Live in Fredonia, watch as the Channel 2 sports team brings you the hopes and changes of the Bills' new season. For the sports fan who means business, watch the best in the business, Channel 2 Sports.
Blue Jays and Yankees start a big series tonight. Highlights at 11 on Channel 2.
There's been a murder in the family.
Oh, my God. Your husband is dead.
She wanted the truth.
What I want is to find who killed my husband.
The truth came too close to home.
You're investigating me and my family?
The Truth, the #1 bestseller, based on a true story. Cruel Doubt, NBC Sunday.
The Laugh-In 25th Anniversary Special will continue.
Thursday, a night of must-see TV.
Must-see TV.
Why?
Because Mad About You is now on Thursdays.
I thought we'd switch.
Along with your other favorite comedies, Wings.
Everybody in the airport's talking about it.
Cheers.
Well, if we don't have fun tonight, we never will.
And Seinfeld.
Whoa, man!
Must-see TV.
Mad About You joins Wings, Cheers, Seinfeld, Thursday.
This Channel 2 News update is brought to you by Drexel Heritage.
In touch with Western New York. This is a Channel 2 News update.
Good evening, I'm Rich Kelman. Here's what's coming up on Channel 2 News at 11. Tears of pain as baby Jessica heads for her new home with her biological parents. A foster child's death spurs a call for changes in the law. And the defense starts its case in the Anthony Gugino murder trial. These stories, weather, and sports coming up at 11 tonight.
Let your comments be heard and talk back to Channel 2 at 849-5746.
An important message from John.
Hi, John Larroquette here. Listen, I just hope you guys will all watch my new show this fall, The John Larroquette Show. And listen, just between us, the network thought so highly of my new show that they have given it the plum spot in television right after Roseanne. Oh, there's no network like ABC.
No, John, NBC. Not ABC, NBC.
Sorry, NBC. Right after Roseanne. Just switch those channels and catch my show.
No, John, not after Roseanne. You're opposite Roseanne. Your show is on at the same time Roseanne is.
Excuse me.
The John Larroquette Show, Tuesdays this fall on NBC.
You get me my ace, and you get him now. What do you mean he's on the phone with Roseanne?
It's opposite Roseanne.
Have you ever considered going into teaching? Think about it. Little tiny short people would admire you. You would own many, many pencils. You would also help kids learn to read, or to love science, or have self-respect. You could be the one teacher they'll remember all their lives. The more you know about teaching, the more you know it's a rewarding, important profession. And you get the big desk with little tiny drawers all your own. It's good.
Coming up on Channel 2 News at 11, a heartbreaking day for a Michigan couple as baby Jessica heads for her new home with her biological parents. A child's death spurs a call for change in child custody laws. Have a look at New York State's laws concerning custody cases. I'm Rich Kelman. Renee with the forecast and for sports on Channel 2.
Tomorrow morning on Today, we'll see how young people can live without their parents' money, plus our political insiders and the Dave Clark 5. Join us tomorrow morning and see what a difference today makes.